let's get real right here. Oh man, I'm telling you, this is amazing. Okay, you can. Well, give me a second. We get ready to go live on Facebook. I'm going to go ahead and use my phone to watch the comments because I really want to collaborate here on this one. I think we're live. Let's see. Okay. Yeah, I want you in here, and I'll pull you in too.
Let me see my eyes on this one.
And I think we're live. Let's see. Yeah, please do that. Okay, we are live. We are live. So let me say hello to some folks here. There's Dr. Sergio Rozelle. And let me turn my camera. Slide your chair over here a little bit, Mike. We got Dwayne Taylor. Dwayne, I might pull you in this in a minute. I don't know. I don't think I can do it from this, Dwayne. But this is a conversation, brother. Man, this young man has got me emotional over here. All right. So this is our second live stream. I don't do that often. So guys, you know, if I came back on here, there's some serious stuff. So I entitled this live stream, and please feel free, by all means, to type in this chat room and speak with us. Share this. If your kids are on Facebook, please share this with them and have them see this information, because this is nothing short of life-changing. It really is. It truly is. I want to say hello to you folks, but really, let me just get down to business. So I want to actually record this on my computer, and we're going to put this on YouTube. I don't know exactly where this is going. I asked my son a question a second ago. He committed to doing it. So let's go for it. Let me record this. Okay. All right. So good afternoon, everybody. This is Mike Dalco, the CEO. This is literally my second live stream of the day. I don't typically do that. I don't like to do it. I like to wake up with the thought and then put it out from my heart to as many people as are willing to listen. And I have the blessing of a few things today. One is I have the blessing of freedom, and I'm thankful for Karatbars International. We do look like twins, Daryl. That's the older looking one, right? I'm thankful for the blessing of Karatbars International that's given us the ability to have the time freedom, the financial freedom, and the location freedom, and I can spend this quality time with my son. I'm literally sitting here elbow to elbow, kneecap to kneecap, and I'm pouring into him every single thing I can think to say in this brief time that we have today. Yes, Dr. Rozelle, 2 times in one day, man. And this one is the better one. The other one was great, and we stumbled onto this thing that we call urban financial literacy. My son is he's really so fresh all the time. Let me see your arm. Let me see this arm. I'm loving this. He's got this nice art and his businesses, and he's tattooing some really positive things, and that's a wall with graffiti, which is monster. That is so monster, right? And so I'm learning a lot from this kid, and I'm living vicariously through him. I'm losing my hair. He still has all of his. He's having a bad hair day, so he's got on his fresh cap. But this is what we started talking about. So as I'm teaching him, and I'm listening to his generation, and I entitled the stream "Changing Generations," because as I'm listening to him, I'm saying, Mike, okay, this is how dad works. My son has not seen me work for another person in 5 years. And I'm teaching my son how to work. And I'm teaching him this for some specific reasons that he's going to share with you guys in a minute. And so I said, okay, grab your cell phone. And he grabs his phone. And I say, go to your contacts. And he goes to his contacts. And I printed these out. And I don't want to show it too much because I don't want to show his friends' names. But I printed this out. And he starts writing it, right, the pipeline tracker. So we print this out, and I have him write the names down on paper, because to think is to put it in ink. It's one thing to just take the numbers right out of your phone. It's an entirely different proposition to write it down on paper. Your words written on paper is called logos, and logos is a contract to the universe. It says, I'm serious, to the universe. And so me and my son, we're writing down his friend's name, and his friends are around his age, 21 to 30 age category. And it's so funny, as we're calling them, they've been through so much, until one of his friends, I call him, I say, hey man, speak to, and I said his name, and it went click.
That was the police. He was like, bro, I thought this was a secret investigator.
He heard the phone up, and Kevin, you're gonna love this conversation. Kevin Thompson's on here. I gotta have you talk to Kevin too. So talk to them a little bit about your life. And I'm gonna tell them what. Let me see. How do I want to do this? Oh, wait. So we're talking to this age group, this generation, and as I call them, I see we got 9 names on the list. 3 of the 9 names wanted the information right now. About 4 of them we couldn't reach them. We got their voicemails. So literally 7 out of 9 were not no's. That literally means my son is batting 700% right now. And these kids are hungry for something big because they dream big and they don't want to slave and work for somebody else. They want to work for themselves. My son, he has an entrepreneurial spirit. He doesn't want to work for somebody else. And that entrepreneurial spirit has led him down some bad paths. So talk to him a little bit about your life and why now you're sitting here with your dad, which you used to not want to do.
I'm not too embarrassed to elaborate on everything I've been through, but starting in 2014, I was 21. So I was, in and out of jobs, different jobs like this, but I've never been that type of person to like take orders from somebody. Like, it's just not in me to punch a clock and break my back for $200-300 every week, and I'm still having to struggle and take care of my daughter and stuff like that. So in 2014, I was presented with opportunity to make fast cash and like selling drugs. At that time I was selling drugs, weed and other stuff like that, and it put me on probation. I spent like 6 months in jail at that time fighting the charges and ended up getting put on probation. Now I took probation at that time, I'm 21, and I've really never been in a big situation like that before. So I took probation as a way to get out of jail and get out of jail fast. So basically, I didn't know what I was doing, and I signed away my life. I signed 5 years of probation. So from 2014 till now, I've been in and out of jail because of probation and because of little petty violations like failing the P test, not reporting, not answering calls from a human being. So just recently, 2 years ago, I violated probation again, which was my 3rd strike. They sent me to prison. I did 2 years, 20 months exactly. I learned my lesson. I found myself and my religion, and my father was there throughout my whole life. But from 2014 until now was a big part of my life because that's where I made the most trouble, and he was there for me. And in between those years, he was in Karatbars. And everybody always asks me, like, because when you're in jail, the only thing you have is commissary and phone calls. So that's basically like have like a stack of honey buns is like a
You're
stack
king.
of money. Yeah, you're king.
king.
So I've never missed a commissary. You have commissary every week. So just imagine how many weeks are in 2 years. I never missed a week to eat, like, period. And commissary is not cheap, and neither is phone calls for those who've had people that were incarcerated. It's not cheap, period. That's $1 billion corporation, like prisons and jails. Like, that's why Michael Jordan invested into it. It's like the biggest industry right now, and especially in Georgia. Like, we have the biggest prison system, top 5 prison system in Georgia. Like, the only state bigger than us is like Cali.
Did you just drop the mic?
Yeah, I just dropped the mic. And so just imagine how many weeks are in 20 months. So, and he was there for every week. Like, every time I called him, he picked up. He sometimes paid for calls right on the spot, which costs more. So to me, outside looking in on Karatbars, it's amazing. It basically supported me through my struggles and helped him pave a way for myself. And then another thing is, people look at me like, bro, who is your pop? Like, what is he doing? Like, so I tell them, I'm like, bro, look, my pop doesn't punch a clock, period. He invests in gold. Like, at that time, I didn't even know what to tell him. All I could tell him was my pop invests in gold. He buys gold, stuff like that. Just, I can't even give him an educated answer because I didn't really know. So my dad, he said that, like, this is like the last straw. And he told me that when I get out, I better prove to him that I'm going to work the business. And I said, Pop, I promise. Because like I told you, I got arrested in 2014. And ever since then, I've been in and out of jail. So every time I go to jail, I tell my pop, look, pop, when I get out this time, I promise I'm gonna do it. And I never do it. But this time, something hit me while those 2 years. And just like that time is crazy, you never get it back. I got arrested at 23 on 25, finna be 26 this year. So, and then like I did half of this year incarcerated. So this year is gone. You know what I'm saying? So I'm playing catch up. So I told my pop, I was like, look, pop, I'm done. I'm off probation. I got a clean slate. There's no reason and no excuse for me not to be able to sit down with you and learn the business. And I came home and I'm doing it now, and I'm reaping reward. My pop said I made what $200, $400 in prison, and I didn't even work the system. I don't even have the debit card. So it's just sitting there waiting to be, leveraged. Is that the word?
That's it.
Waiting to be leveraged. So I'm new in this, and I know a couple of people that are probably watching this are new, and I advise you to really take it seriously because, I've been through a lot, and I'm starting to see a light at the end of the tunnel through this business. So, and I got a lot to prove to my pop, a lot of weight to carry too, because when he's gone, when he's called, I got to be here to take this over. It don't matter about my tattoos, my face, and none of that. It's about the business, and it's about like growing and taking care of my family. So
you said so many things there. I can't even unpack them all. I mean, you hit me so hard with so many things. Then right on cue, Robin Giles made a statement. Mike Jr., I've just been through the same with my son. See, here's the thing. I entitled this stream "Changing a Generation," because as I'm going through this list and talking to my son's friends, they're in his age group, they're in his circle. And they've got a circle, and they've got a circle, and they've got a circle, and they've got a circle. And before you know it, those circles have engulfed the world. And we can literally take over the world with this information of financial education, where these kids who have the right mindset, which is, I don't want to work for anybody. Our brains are so poisoned, oh my God, until parents feel like it's the right thing to do to tell their kids to go work for someone else. Go ahead.
Let me pause you, Pop. Another thing, I have my phone on live too, so I can't show y'all. But on my Cash App, I got released June 7th of this year, so that's probably like 60 days I've been out. My pop has been able to support me with $1,300. It's just like it shows you on Cash App how much money a certain person sends you, and since I've been out, he sent me $1,300 just off of the love. Like he gives me allowance every week. So I don't know what else you need to understand that this is big. Like, that's all I want to say. But
and what a great point. So I'm able to give my son allowance because of a leveraged business called Karatbars. Now, I asked my son how much money he had. I totally expected him to not have any. Do it one more time before I give you on the stream. Tell me how much money you got in your pocket. And I totally expected him not to have any money in his pocket. Like, I feel like I shouldn't give him anything this week because he's holding on to his money.
I got a bank account.
Look, no, don't show your numbers.
Okay, yeah. Well, I got a bank account, got my Cash App card, money.
See, he's got cash in his pocket. Now you talking about feeling proud, because this kid right here, he'll burn through some money so fast. But what it is the conversation of financial freedom and financial stability and financial education is starting to permeate through all the crap that the school system and even I taught him. Because I taught him what my mother taught me, what her mother taught her, which is go to school, get good grades, save your money, and you can't save paper. Paper is for spending.
You can't tell my mom you ain't gonna get no job.
See, and his mother, and that's the thing, like his mom, hopefully she won't see this live, because if she heard me say to my son, well, I told her when he got out, I said, I don't want him to have a job. I want him to learn what I do. As a matter of fact, this is so deep. If I teach my son how to do what I do, he's going to get rich. I'm going to get richer. And everybody on his list is going to start getting rich, and their friends are going to get rich. And we're going to change the generation. Unfortunately, those of you that work and own prison and stocks in prisons, we out for you. We coming for you. And because when I teach him how to stay out of trouble and do legal things to build his wealth and stay home to do it, now he can hang out on the block with his friends and they all legal. So we're not going to finance your for-profit prison system anymore. And then they're going to tell their friends, and their friends going to tell their kids, and their kids going to tell their kids. And in the 1 or 2 more generations, it's going to be a wrap for you. You're done. Your days are numbered. Have fun right now, because we're getting the word out. I have made a special commitment to this young man and to his friends and his friends' friends. We will be doing webinars and live events and meeting at coffee shops and sharing gold. We're gonna teach them how to move real grams.
Oh yeah, all my Muslim brothers, assalamu alaikum.
Alaikum salam.
I see y'all guys
They're there
on the comments. I'm glad to see our brothers in Carrot Bars. It's a beautiful thing.
I will promise you, especially this stream is for everybody. I'm not being exclusive, but I promise you, and we're gonna call Kevin. We're gonna talk because Kevin can help you. Because my son spending time in that gated community is designed to break you financially, break your family, and break your spirit. It's designed for that. That probation stuff, the recidivism rate on these young men is upwards of 90%. In the 90s. They know you're coming back. They do demographic studies to know how many beds they need to have in these private prisons.
And this, my friends, I have Amir, JC, Marcus, Webby, and Dion. I have 5 main friends that I've been knowing since 6th grade. And they see that I'm taking this seriously now. And they like, bro, what are you doing? What are you doing? I already got 2 of them to sign up, but most of my friends, all they know is either scam, fraud, sell drugs. They can't even wrap their mind around this. So when they see it working, one of them calling now.
Yeah,
when they see it working, they're like, bro, you just went up 6,000 views on this. What are you and your pop doing now? It's real interesting. The eyes open, and it makes me feel good that I'm paving the way for all of it.
What a powerful point. And we can change generations, but it's got to start somewhere. So my commitment, and guys, maybe I'll say this to people my age. Oh my God, Deborah Nixon, my son first got out, I saw him trending back. Yeah.
I'm trying to
he'll
be
there.
there. When is it?
He'll be there, September 20th.
Okay, yeah,
he'll be there with a suit on.
Yeah, I'll be there.
He's gonna be there looking like
I'm gonna give me
Pops.
one Taylor. It's gotta be Taylor.
He's gonna be there smooth with a suit on. But I try to teach my son to teach these kids, because one of the guys we called, I can't remember which one.
Geronte.
No, Geronte hung up.
Yeah, he hung up.
But another one said,
Dion.
Dion said, this is how hungry they are. I said, Dion, I'm working with my son. We working, building this business. You look for ways to make more money. He said, oh, hell yeah. He didn't say yes. He didn't say, oh, yeah.
Shit right
yeah, exactly. Well, you can't cuss on Facebook.
Yeah, my bad.
But they're blowing them up. We don't want to get censored because they need this information. And one step at a time, guys, it starts with money. So my generation, go a little easy on them, because they're at a huge disadvantage. First thing is, they got this age of information. They're getting all the information, and they seeing wealth all around them. People rolling out in Maseratis. There's a guy on our team, Crypto Steve Coates. You want to ride a Maserati? He might have his Maserati in Atlanta. He's in Carrot Bars. They're doing legal stuff, cryptocurrency and gold and networking, right? You don't have to, young people, you don't have to do that stuff that they want you to do.
The main reason why, I'm gonna say we, for the young dudes, the main reason why we end up going to jail and committing crimes is because people want their freedom. It's crazy that people go to jail because they want freedom. Most of the time, when somebody goes to jail, they were hustling. They hustling because they don't want to be punching the clock, losing their freedom. They want to lay up with their wife, or they want to play video games with their friends and still make money. That's why people commit crimes, because they don't want to hear you tell him, go over here and mop the floors
for $12 an hour. For $12 an hour.
When they see him pulling up in a Benz and he don't do nothing. He sit at home all day like a boss, and that's what people want to be.
Real talk. Thank you for bringing that up. Look, $12 an hour, which is what he could probably earn right now based on where he's been, if they'll give him a job at all. Go pay his debt to society, and then they still give him a hard time. How ridiculous is that? Okay. So $12 an hour, he works 8 hours a day, 5 days a week, and he's at $480. Get this, before taxes. Let's take off 35%. Minus 35%. Now he's at $312 for a whole week of his divine life. His name is Mike Dalco. How dare I feel comfortable letting him make $300 for working a whole week? And he's got to give his time to make that chunk change. My allowance for you last week, what I give you?
100.
$100, and what about the week before that?
300.
300.
The week for that.
I gave him 300 on one of my big weeks allowance. Why would I want my child, my flesh and blood, almost looks as good as I do? Why would I want him to give away 8 hours of my life? He giving away, this is my life. This is me. This is my DNA, my blood, my name. Why would I want him giving away his life force to someone else to make them rich when I can teach him my business and I'll float him along? Because he made $100 last week doing nothing. I made more than he could make at work last night in my sleep. So I'm teaching him to do what I'm doing. As he builds wealth, he'll help me build even more. It's a dynasty. Now I know what they want him to do is they want him to violate. He's got some records out there. They want him to mess up so they can put him right back in there because they get $547 a day in Georgia per bed in the for-profit prison system, paid for by your tax dollars. The government subsidizes the prison system. Population control. And we'll talk. We'll talk.
That's for sure.
All right. You know, I spent time talking to him on other streaming this Billionaire Boys Club $180 shirt, my $13 shirt, but I got more money than him. All right. Because I've got some good mentors that taught me what I was doing wrong. It didn't take long either because all I had to do is look at my bank account. And man, guys, when I got in Karatbars, I ain't ashamed. My son is transparent. I'm going to be transparent. When I got in Karatbars, I had $10,000 in the bank after working 40 years. 38 years, I started working at age 15. 10,000, and you can do your own calculator. Don't look at me like I'm broke. You look at your own calculator. 10,000 divided by 38, guys, that means I couldn't save $263 a year. I'm gonna let that sit on you for a second. All right, $263 a year. I couldn't save. He got $263 in his pocket now. My child, I couldn't save that per year working every day. All right, you divide that by 12, it's even worse. I couldn't save $21 a month. What is that?
That make you look so bad.
This is the kind of financial education that we're being brainwashed to accept. But after Karatbars, we won't even talk about it. We won't even talk about it. Talk about I couldn't save $200. I given my kids $200 in allowance because I found a system to make money. Instead of working for money, we found a system that makes money. Now you got an asset that'll buy your, if he wants these shirts, then he builds his asset where his asset is bringing in $180 a day, not $180. It'll bring in $180 a day, and he can get one of these a day and be fresh as he wants because it's not taken from his legacy, not taken from his daughter's care, not taken from his retirement, not taken from his savings, not taken from his investment portfolio. It's taking the money out of his pay money pocket. That is building a money system and changing generations. Jax Briggs, yes, you may inbox me. Absolutely. And let me say this too. For those of you who ask me questions like, can I share this? This is why we're doing this. We want it to be shared.
Please share.
We need it shared because I'm not arrogant enough to believe that the whole world is going to find value in what my son and I are having this conversation about today. But I am intelligent enough to know that I'm reaching somebody. I'm reaching somebody. There's an 18, 20, 22, 25-year-old that's been to jail, that has a criminal record, that can't find a job, that has children, that are looking to them. They're getting older. I remember my son, I used to tell him, I say, boy, you're going to get old. That was 15 years old. And it was like a blur. It was like a blur. And here he is, 25, with hair on his chin. Right? All of the hair in my face is gray. All the hair in my head is gray. I'm leaving. I'm not coming. I'm leaving. The system is designed for me to leave the stage and him to appear on the stage and to perpetuate the legacy. And I told my son, like, when I leave, somebody's got to continue to do what I'm doing. This is some serious stuff. I know how much fun it is to be 25 and handsome. I remember that. I remember when I had that physique and that good hair and no gray on my face. I remember those times. Those are gone and they're not coming back. Right? So he has the potential. There's look at this, side by side. And there's 22 years between us. 23. I can't even add. 25 and 53. I don't know how many. I think it's important.
28.
Oh, you did it that fast? 28 years. Okay, so there's 28 years from this shoulder to that one. 28 years side by side. He can now learn everything I know, and that 28 years, we collapsed 28 years in a matter of minutes. And Ronald Smith said, you're a fortunate guy.
Thank you.
Yeah, and he is. And we change generations. Michaela, his daughter, is more fortunate than both of us put together because she gets our collective energies to build her legacy while she's 6 years old. 6 years old. She should never have to look at.
I want her to be so rich, she don't even have to do this. She don't even have to do carrot bar. I want her to be so rich, she don't even have to do carrot bars.
I appreciate that. I appreciate that Vince Muhammad said, I'm going to be around 100 more years. That'll be sweet.
Nah, yeah, you got good health.
Hey, I can see 150 with this long gray beard, and I'm telling the young folks, y'all need to listen. Because see, if we do this thing right, we'll be like Ty Best. Ty Best's 32-year-old son has never even applied for a job.
It's fine.
Never even applied for one. And your children shouldn't have to apply for a job. But don't get twisted. This is not easy. Don't think it's easy for him. Because now I've got 5 years in the game and I'm saying, do this. Okay, don't say, as he's talking to his friends, don't say that. No, say this. Okay, and I'm writing little notes and he's saying it. Then they say, oh, hell yeah, send me that information, baby, I'm ready. And we send it and they're signing up. And then it's my job to teach them. And they're respectful, they're listening, they want it. And then they're fired up and they're gonna start stacking their pockets and teach their friends, and we're going to change generations. Anything you want to close with?
No, we covered it all. I just, if anybody can help me, send some people to my link.
Well, you know, it's funny. These guys on this stream,
I know they're
in care. They're not gonna send it to your link. They're like, what? I'm sending my
just
own
send
link.
everybody my way. I pay y'all in cash. I'm paying in cash.
Oh my gosh, we're having a good time. We were right in the middle of our work day. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna get back to work and make a few more calls and help a few more people, because we truly can change generations. This is Mike Dalcoe, the CEO.
I'm Mike Dalcoe too.
And we'll see you guys on the next stream. All right. Y'all be blessed.